Day 6 here of the North Coast Trail. We are exactly the same spot we were in day 5. We are taking a 0 after 9. We just kind of got up and moving. It was nice to sleep in and not have to wake up and pack up our stuff and hit the trail early. It's a little cloudy this morning, but it didn't rain overnight. We've been really, really lucky with the weather. Just making some breakfast. Got some oatmeal with some dehydrated peaches from last summer. We threw them in the freezer and just rehydrating in some water. Peach there. They're really good. Vince didn't bring any, so I might have to fight them off of mine. Our neighbors moved out. Lots of people hit the trail early this morning, so we scored this little table here since I washed up on the beach. It's just a crate off of probably a fishing vessel or something. Looks like from Japan. So we scored a little table from next door when they moved out before anybody else showed up. So yeah, we're gonna just take it easy on the beach today and just rest our feet a little bit.
Go for a swim.
Vince will probably go for a swim again. I don't know, I tried. It was so cold though. It would have to get really hot and somehow that ocean temperature would have to raise another 10 degrees for me to get in. So the chances of that happening are fairly slim. So here's a different kind of food cache that they have at the beach that we're at right now. Instead of the big brown lockers, they have these. These are the same style that they had on the Vancouver Trail as well. I don't know if I like these as much because what happens is you end up stacking your food on top of each other. But what do you do? The Vancouver Trail, they had these at Sombrio especially because it's a busy beach. They had 2 or 3 of them and they were jam-packed full and people were like squishing food bags in to get it all in there. So you want to get your food in there because if you don't, you have to hang it and that's considerably harder to do. So anyways, this is going into Nissan Bight. If you were heading in from the parking lot, you'd see this. Lets you know you're in wolf country and what to do if you come across any. We did hear some howling a couple days back, but we haven't seen anything here. Tells you the water source is 900 meters down the beach. It took us about 50 minutes to walk from our campsite down to the beach and back. I don't know what Vince just found. What is that for?
Firewood.
Firewood. Oh boy. So this is the trail to the beach from the other side. Here tells you you're in wolf country again, what to do. It says no dogs, because wolves like dogs. However, there are a few people on the beach camping with dogs, but that's not my business. Here's the trail that we did. So Shushwardi Bay, we went, let me see if I can get a little closer without falling. Oof. So we started at Shushwardi, and we went to Skinner Creek, then we went to Cape Settle, then we went to Shuttleworth Bight, then from there we went all the way down to Laura Creek, and then now we're at Nissan Bight. So tomorrow we're going to take the trail out to the park to here, and then go down to San Joseph Bay and spend a night there. And then next Sunday morning we're going to hike out to the parking lot and get picked up. And that's the whole hike that we did. So usually when we go to the lighthouse, here's the junction, like we're here. Here's the junction and we go out to Nell's Bight, that's the ranger's cabin we stay at, and then we hike out to the lighthouse for the day. So this trip tomorrow from here down to here will probably take us about 5 hours, and then this little section takes about 45 minutes. So it started to rain a bit here. We've modified our shelter to get a little bit of a windbreak. And there's always got to be that guy. There's somebody out there, I don't know if you can see him. He's out there playing in the ocean and running into the waves. It's like chilled down quite a bit. And most people are bundled up with rain jackets or ponchos around their fire or sitting under a shelter like us. Except for this guy. He's out there playing in the ocean.
You're gonna get wet, you might as well get wet.
I was saying to Vince, I guess it's okay if you have warm clothes to get into and he can stand by the fire. Otherwise, I wouldn't want to be really cold and wet out here right now. I got a weather forecast on our Garmin. An hour ago it said it was 56 degrees here. And it said there's a chance of rain this afternoon, or it's going to rain this afternoon. 10% chance in the morning, and then I think it's a 70% chance overnight tomorrow night, but not starting until about 1 o'clock in the morning. So last night at San Joe, we're going to wake up with soaking wet gear, but all we have to do is pack her all up to go home, and then we can dry it all out once we get home. So really, if this is all we get for rain, like, we've been really lucky this whole trip to just get a tiny bit of rain one evening, and then right now. So out of a week of sketchy looking weather forecasts and stuff, we're pretty happy with what we've got dealt here. Especially with this wicked little rain shelter that Vince has set up.
You helped.
I helped a little bit. Vince almost lost his lunch. He had it sitting on his stove here, and he had his big frying pan, and it was really heavy chili and chanterelle mushrooms, of course. And he went to save a chanterelle that was dripping off and almost lost his whole pan. He just caught it before it fell off. He would have cried. I know he would have.
Yeah.
So
I definitely would have.
well, it was bound to happen. We're having a little rainstorm here. It sprinkled earlier and we thought we were going to get some rain, but now it's really good little drizzle coming down now.
But we're safe underneath our shelter.
So we got our shelter, so we are actually totally fine. We just finished eating dinner and we've got our wood drying out here. We've got our little seats and we're perfectly fine. Lots of people, I think we're the only ones down the entire beach that has a tarp though, which is kind of weird. A bunch of people down there, their tents set up. They probably retreated into their tents. A few people in rain ponchos out by their fire.
It won't last long.
Nope. We watched it going across the water and we thought it was actually going to miss us, but we just must have got the tail end of one of the clouds, so it's already starting to lighten up.